Right. Thank you for Mrs. Thompson. She's going to help with Read and Grow. Mr. Hess going to help with Stew of the Month. Mr. Vibo is off campus. They had an appointment with their little one. Very important day in their lives. Teachers, the genetic testing results are going to be given to them this morning. So been praying for them. So let's give some Read and Grow over here. If you're called this time, Mrs. Thompson. And then we'll do Stew of the Month for the month of February, which is effort. Effort. Mrs. Hughes recognizes the top reader, Jackson King. Mrs. Tant's reader, Colton 2. And Mrs. Owens said it's Zoe Weaver. And the last top reader in kindergarten was Avery Bissett. Avery Bissett. Now, I'm usually in class till 10 o'clock, so I forget to do this, but we're live, so y'all look back there and wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. Let's get that out of the way. He's going to move the camera around and keep waving. Keep waving. There you go. Good job. First grade, top reader, Mrs. Eford's class, Eden Skinner. Mrs. Taylor's top reader, Lily Grace Salmon. And Mrs. Gillen's top reader, Caleb Alexander. In second grade, Mrs. Klein said her top reader this month was Owen Cottle. And the other second grade top reader from Mrs. Zerber's class, Garrison Fisher. All right, now our third graders, and Mrs. Griffey was Micah Best. Mrs. Addo's class, Adley Norval. And Mrs. Eford's top reader was Sam Gillen. And fourth graders, now our top reader from Mrs. McClanahan's class, Bentley Klein. And Mr. Hess's class was Avery Tabaris. Well done, readers. Good job. Keep up reading. That's the month of February. Congratulations. Give them all a big hand, please. Well done. You want to wave at the camera? Wave there at the camera. Yeah, somebody's watching you. You may be seated. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. All right, Stew of the Month. Effort. What's effort mean? You were doing a good job singing. You know what the word effort means? That's a tough word, isn't it? Do you know what the word effort means? You don't? Do you? Do you? What's effort mean? You know? Yeah, it means work. Effort means doing work. You're doing the classroom. You have to focus and think, kindergartners, and learn those letters. And Mr. Cade is here. When he said kindergarten was harder than first grade. Learning all those sounds and letters, you got to focus. You got to effort. You got to give it your best. That's what effort's all about. So we're going to recognize those, recognized by the teachers of the best ones in effort. And we're going to start at that start, right? That one? Yep, good. Mrs. Hughes, most effort, February, and Alabelle Lucas. Give her a hand. Over here, Alabelle. Over here, we're going to go, ooh, that's a cute jumper. We're going to go that direction all the way to the end of the stage, if you would, close to the piano. Mrs. Mills said the most effort came from Chase Crowder. Mrs. Mills, Luke Boykin. There he is. And the other kindergartner, Mrs. Tant's class, was Jude McNeil. Like those smiling faces. In first grade, Miss Efert, tie between Ava and Trinity Holland. Well done, Ava and Trinity. Good job, girls. Mrs. Gillen said the most effort this year has come from Chloe Keel. And Mrs. Taylor said it's Kate Simpson. Good job. In second grade, most effort is from Miss Klein's class, Tatum Purdy. And Mrs. Zervis said it's Sophia Rodriguez in her class. In third grade, Miss Addo said most effort, in her opinion, Eva Stahlbomber. Eva. Some of those names in the past coming back. Cool name. Miss Griffey. It's Brianna Bissett, and she's not here, but let's give her a hand. She was not here today. And Miss Efert's class was Riley Richardson. Mr. Hess's most effort comes from Adeline Harris. Adeline Harris. And then finally, Miss McClanahan's top effort, John Lawton Nichols. Let's get this. Yeah, good. Go. Yeah, that's good, John. Good. John Nichols, good. Give him a hand, most effort. Well done. Well done. Keep up the work. Keep it up. You may be seated. Thank you very much. Let's stand. Pastor Zervis, Mrs. Zervis's husband's here to speak. Do we do any songs in here?